like your creativity? Like, I know a lot of artists like pour like their life, their music, emotions, like into their songs. Again, circling back, this is a dating and relationship podcast. Do you have a song in mind that you can think of that you probably wrote, whether it was out of heartbreak or just a relationship? Do you have any song like that comes to mind?
Whew. Savage.
Tell me about, because I listened to it. Tell me about Savage.
The only song I had to get that emotion out. All my other songs just lit. Like lit, or like it has a message in it, but still be lit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I got from all of your music. Yeah.
But Savage was written after a very, very, probably one of the first of two very harsh breakups, of three very harsh breakups. Okay. I had basically got blamed for a situation health-wise that was very serious. That was not my fault. And they got one of those that got projected on me, pointed at me, blamed on me. Wow. Very toxic energy, very threatening energy, all of that. Like making Instagram pages to to throw off their guilt.
Hey everybody, it's your girl DJ with Plan for Keys podcast, and today I have Real and Explicit on the show.
Hey y'all.
She is an artist, radio host, and just overall personality. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
That is good. Well, I'm glad you made time to stop by.
Of course.
So you are here for Dating Chronicles, where you tell a funny, crazy, or lesson learned dating story. But before we dive into your dating story, I want to learn more about you. So first things first, Real and Explicit. Like, how did you come up with the name?
Well, my old name was Blu-ray, B-L-U-R-A-E. Please don't. I know it's Champ, y'all. It's Champ as hell. Only because I didn't have a name. And my good friend Louis Baggs, he's a dope artist too, back from Maryland. He gave me the name because he was like, well, the way you spit is like, it's high definition. Like it's I know what you're talking about. Either it's a pun or like a metaphor. I know what you're talking about. And I said, okay, we'll go along with this Champ ass name. We'll go along with it. And I went along with it for like maybe a year and some change. And then it took an old close friend of mine, and she hit me up, sending me a long passive aggressive. She's a Libra too, so I was like, she was basically saying that she didn't feel like I was being myself, because that was a time when I was wearing a lot of wigs and stuff like that, and I was just getting into my career professionally, so I was still finding me, my sound, and everything, my message, all of that. So I'm not gonna lie, when she said it, I got so mad I kind of cried, because I'm like, and who are you to tell me what? Yeah. But an hour or two later, I actually thought to myself, I said, maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. So then the very next day, I was going somewhere. LOL with my ex-boyfriends. I was going somewhere. And I just put in my notes, like, you know, the iPhone notes. Yeah. I put R.A.E. because I didn't want to drop the Ray because it's my nickname for my real name. I've always been called Ray. Yeah. But I made it an E because I feel like Y is so general. So I put E. So I was like, ooh, Real and Explicit. I said, ooh, we're going to go with that. And that's how I came about, honestly. I just wrote it out, and I don't know if it was from my spirit or what. It's just like I knew immediately. It was no, like, second guessing.
Yeah, I love the name. And when I saw Ray and then, like you said, the Real and Explicit, I said, that is dope. How did she come up with that? So right now you are on tour, the Scallywag tour. Tell us a little bit about the tour, and I want to hear just about your creative process, just kind of how you just came to be, just all together.
Oh, girl. Well, well, originally I'm from Maryland, not Baltimore. Put some respect on my name. PG County. No, because everybody's like, oh, Baltimore. Do I sound like? No, I'm from PG County.
Is there a difference? Like,
oh, absolutely, it is. They're an hour away from each other, one, and Baltimore is a whole different world. It's still Maryland, but they act like they're a whole different state. Literally. So, yeah. If you see how Krishan and them are, that's Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's from, But I love her, though. She's cool. She seems like she's cool, but that's Baltimore.
Got you. Okay, got you.
But yeah, so when I moved here for music because I wanted to grow, because there's nothing like this in Maryland, DC, or Virginia. It's not, because you got the White House, you got politics, you got the government, you got all that there. So folks don't think about music or entertainment when they think about the DMV. Right. So a lot of us have to move to places like Georgia and Texas and California because there's nothing there. And people aren't coming in to scout or nothing at all.
Okay.
So we have to move out. But it's cool because here in Georgia is so many opportunities, so many people know people, so people know people.
Yeah.
So many, they rock with you.
Right.
Now, everybody got their moments where, you gotta, there's still drama in different cities and states. It happens. It's just their own, whatever that particular drama is in the state.
Got you.
But I'm not from, so it ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm still over here like, where's what? Where's that? I've been here for almost now going on 2 years. Still don't know what nothing is. So whatever drama Georgia got, it has nothing to do with me. But I wanted to come here to grow in my career. So that's the reason why I'm here. And I actually wanted to do a promo tour since 2016, like my sophomore year of college.
Wow.
But that was when I had literally just started, like 2016, 2017, taking it serious. So when I saw my good friend Louis Bags, he's a big inspiration for me when it comes to, one of my big inspirations when it comes to music. I was seeing him on Instagram doing his, and I'm looking like, I want to do one. But I didn't even have a song out yet. So I was like, okay. And then I actually at one point wanted to give up because I'm like, how am I going to do music if I'm in college? Like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to do this. And he's free range. And I'm like, he can move. I want to move too. Shit. So, but it took me hearing one of his songs on one of the top radio stations out in Maryland to be like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So 2016, 2023, that's a couple of years now. So the idea left my mind for a while because I had to, cultivate myself.
Got you.
So couldn't go on a tour if there was no music catalog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, so my good friend of mine, Nails, shout out to Nails. She was like, because I had like only 3 performances, like they were like back to back. She saw my story one day, mine just like maybe last month, and she was like, well, Ray, why don't you just do a promo tour? I said, oh, why not do a promo tour? You might be on to something, sis. And all of a sudden, boom, it clicked, and then other shows started adding up. Now I just literally need 1 more show for July and 2 for August, and I'm good. Because I already got 1 in September, which will be the last one. Because after that's my birthday, I'm taking a break. Okay.
I bet oh my God, that's what's up.
That's God. Look, because I literally was not thinking about it in the moment she said that. And I said, you know what, let's do it. Other stuff started coming up
and coming into play.
Yes.
So that is what's up. Okay, so I want to go back to like just kind of your creative process, because me listening to the Takeover album, I know that's not your latest project. Scallywag is your latest project, which I like that song too.
Not my favorite either.
Wait, you don't like Takeover? I didn't skip any of the song. You know how you'll listen to a song.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna move to this. I really like Takeover.
Really?
I did.
Oh, thank you. Because I'm the creator, so I'm here like, that could have been better.
No, I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I like Scallywag. But tell me about just your creative process, because listening to your music, I hear a lot of different, like, just examples. Maybe like I hear auto-tune. I hear, what would you consider yourself? Hip-hop, pop. Like, what do you consider yourself, or do you fit in a genre?
I don't. I consider myself an alternative sound because it's like,
yeah,
I don't fit in no pocket, and I make my sound like that on purpose. Because the moment you put yourself in a genre in that box, now the whole world going to expect you to stay right there. Because the moment you do something different, So that way I won't give you no room. Because no haters going to hate. No matter. But like, to give me no room to be in a box ever, like at all, I make my sound the way it is for a reason, because I'm an artiste.
Yeah.
Artiste. So I don't ever want to be in a box because I have no limit.
Got you.
As you heard, my sounds, every song is always going to be a different vibe. And I love to do that because I'm left-handed, so I see in color. I see abstractly. That's probably not a word. But
no, you put that good.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be a lyricist. But yeah, so because I see it and live in color, it comes out in my music.
So what's your creative process?
Well, it's kind of scattered. It's kind of funny. Because it's no specific, but most times, if I vibe with the beats, it depends on what comes to me first. Some bars may come to me first. The melody may come and maybe no words at all, or sometimes the hook will come. So it just depends on how I vibe with the beat, honestly. Sometimes there'll be no music and I'll come up with like something like in my head and I'll write it down before I forget, or I'll record it. Well, I started recording voice memos like a week or two ago because I will always remember it.
Got you.
But this particular one, I was little. So, let me make sure I put this in my phone because I needed somebody to make the beat for it.
Got you.
That's why I had to also record this particular situation because I need somebody to make the beat. But most times I literally, my voice memos have nothing in music at all.
Wow.
I memorize it and I rehearse it. Whether I have it or not, I just rehearse and remember so much that I'd be like, ooh. Or if I already have it written and I come across a beat that goes with it, then boom, it's a perfect match. So I don't have a specific way to start creating anything. Mm-hmm. It's just whatever flows and I go with that flow.
That's what's up.
But if it sounds horrible, we're going to scrap the whole thing. I'm a perfectionist, y'all. Like, because I want to give out something good. Like,
yeah,
the quantity will come.
Right.
But I want to make sure the quality's there so that way I never know wherever I could be at, whoever's in the room. At least the quality's on point.
Yeah.
Now back me up. You know what I'm saying? At least you know my quality's right. My brain is right. I got movement. I'm not playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not no amateur at this. Like 6 years in the game. And I just continue to grow more and more. I know that I'm past amateur, beginner, intermediate, whatever the beginning stage is.
Right.
I'm past that because I wouldn't be around certain people or in certain circles that I'm in even before I moved here. Well, no, when I moved here.
Right, because I know you've only been here, what, a year and a half?
Yep.
And just the traction that you've made, like, just for anybody who's, like, watching right now, like, what was that like moving here and moving around and getting to know people? Like, man, what did that look like?
When I tell y'all, shout out to my Heavenly Father, seriously, because don't judge a book by its cover. I go to church, y'all. I believe in God. I continue to work on doing my best to get right with him every day. We're not perfect, but I know it's him because I tell people all the time, it's not me, y'all, because how am I going to know how to really move out here when I'm not from here?
Right.
So it's just like, but I always knew I was supposed to be here in Georgia for 3 years. Since 2019, before COVID even happened, I knew I was supposed to be in Georgia. Mm-hmm. It was always felt like it was always going to be home to me. I just did not know how or when it was going to happen. And then one night, nothing against tarot readings, y'all, but I don't usually go to tarot readings. But I just was curious. So I was like, So she did the first two cards. I forgot the first two cards, y'all. I don't know what the names of the cards are. But like, but the last card was basically about something I was worried about.
Okay.
And I was trying to figure out how in the world am I going to get to Georgia? Because I know that's where I need to go to grow. I know it is.
Yeah.
So she was like, are you worried about something? I said, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to, grow my career and go to Georgia because I know that's the mecca where I can grow at even more. And it's just like, I just don't know when or how. And she said, just let it happen. She said, timing is everything. She said, don't worry about it. That's your intention is going to happen. When I tell you that was Halloween night, October 31st, 9 months later, I moved in 2 weeks.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I needed that message, by the way, just for my own personal stuff. So thank you for sharing that. Okay. So as far as like your creativity, like I know a lot of artists like pour like their life, their music, emotions, like into their songs. Again, like, circling back, this is a dating and relationship podcast. Do you have a song in mind that you can think of that you probably wrote, whether it was out of heartbreak or just a relationship? Do you have any song like that comes to mind?
Whew. Savage.
Tell me about, because I listened to it. Tell me about Savage.
The only song I had to get that emotion out. All my other songs just lit. Like little lit, or like it has a message in it, but still be lit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I got from all of your music. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Savage was written after a very, very, probably one of the first of two very harsh breakups, of three very harsh breakups. Okay. I had basically got blamed for a situation health-wise that was very serious. That was not my fault. And they got one of those that got projected on me, pointed at me, blamed on me. Wow. Very toxic energy, very threatening energy, all of that. Like making Instagram pages to to throw off their guilt to me. And it worked because at the time I was I'm not that old, y'all. I'm only 25, but like
young.
I was
young. Just young.
I was maybe 20, 21.
Okay.
And I don't know, me being a Libra, we're ruled by the love planet. I'm ruled by Jesus. But just saying. But like, we are one of the love signs. And so I take that, on top of that, I'm a woman. We're emotional creatures by nature. So I take that very deeply when I really like somebody or I'm in love with somebody. Like, I'm black and white. It's either I'm here or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's either I really do like fuck with you or I don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you call something like that harms me, well, not in a put their hands on me kind of way, but like health wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you blame me for something that I've never had, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it really had me like really shook to the core. Cause I was when I tell you the whole day I was trying to do like Uber Eats or something like that, I was bawling my eyes out. It hurt so bad. Cause I was like, bro, what? Like,
so knowing that you didn't have this and then they're trying to put this on you, but you're deeply in love, like it didn't anger you in a way to want to.
That's why Savage was made. The thing is, Savage was going to be like the normal, sad, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I said, man, fuck that.
Yeah, because when
forget that. No, if I'm gonna call this song Savage, don't test my Savage. Like, and people be thinking that, oh, no funnies, y'all. I've never been in a fight before. Not because I'm scared, because I just don't.
Yeah.
Too much ahead of my life.
My friend with your birthday has never been in a fight either.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, that's because I'd rather take it out like this versus like that. Because if I go still like that, I'm going to be in jail. For real. It's 0 to 1,000 real quick. So it's just like, so I just took it out on the song. To the point where I was so shook and so upset to the core, I made the beat.
Ooh.
On GarageBand on my phone.
Really?
I was so upset that I had to get all of it out in its entirety. I didn't record the song, but I made the beat.
Got you.
And I wrote the song. Yep.
Very talented.
Thank you. Yeah.
So after this person accused you, I'm assuming you broke up with them. Is that where the fake pages came from? Immediately. So is that where the fake pages and stuff came and he began to stalk you, or like?
Even he was a she.
Oh, okay.
Like, I prefer men, y'all, but like that was my only last girlfriend.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So she began to stalk you and
all of that, just to antagonize me. When I tell you it was nothing but the devil, that was probably like that was probably like, I feel like I had like probably like 2 demons in my life, and that was one of them. Like,
got you.
It really had me so messed up, because it was just like, bro, like, I know me, but thank goodness it's not something that's reoccurring that I'll have to suffer for the rest of my life. Like, I'm cured, but it's just like, bro, like, yeah, I felt like that was God's way of saving my soul.
Right.
So, yeah, I immediately, once I had gotten that doctor's whatever, I was like, oh, no, it's done. Like,
wow.
Because what? I would be a fool. Yeah, and then Savage was born. And we had a video to it, too.
Got you. I need to check the video out, because I heard the song. I'm going to check the video out. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so you break it off. This person is stalking you, all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. What were you feeling at the time? Were you torn? Because like you said, you were in love. Did you, in a way, want to get back with this person and work things out? Or so you were done? That was.
Well, I'm done. Depending on what it is, but that was a situation where I just knew, no, I had to be done with you.
Yeah.
Because you're beyond toxic. You really might have a devilish spirit, and I can't deal with it.
So how did you get rid of this person? Did she eventually just stop bothering you?
Yeah, and then one of my old good homegirls, because we all worked in the same job.
Yeah.
And she was like, because she was pregnant at the time too, so her mama instincts is times 2. So she was like, she from New York, so they both was from New York, but that one was, that was mama bear energy for real over me, but she was like my sister. And it got to the point where she called on, I told her something like that, because she said something about me pulling up on her. I said, bro, I'm not even going to do that, because it's not even, I'm over it. Like, which for what? Like,
yeah.
And then she was like, she said, I'm telling you now, Ray, if you pull up there, I'm coming with you, because I'm going to break her. And she said, she even hit her up. She said, if you don't stop hitting her up, I'm going to find you myself. And I'm going to break you. Stop talking to her, because this is your fault. And you know it is, because you're lying. And after that, she left the be.
So was there any red flags, like in the beginning, like as far as her possibly? Let's talk about the red flags and what you could have probably avoided.
My naive ass.
It'd be like that. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. It's okay.
Having a good heart. Trying to love somebody. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she was still living with her so-called ex. And after a while, after I pieced together that I had to be the side girl to help her escape her crazy reality that she was living with. I was the scapegoat.
Got
so
you.
I was like a fantasy for her, like a fantasy world, a dream world to help her escape that she has to come home to all the time.
Got you. So did she explain that she was staying with her ex like before y'all got together, or did you think that they were maybe just, because I don't know if this was another woman she was staying with, or did she present it as that's just a friend or she's roommating with? Like,
it's been a couple of years, and when I get over something, I be forgetting. But I don't remember.
I wish I was like that. I'd be remembering
because it helps me not hold a grudge. And people like, oh, leave us hold a grudge. No, well, not this one, because I would rather forget and let God deal with you. That deal with you, because it's not my bad at the point.
Got you. So what red flag stuck out to you? I won't dig and ask questions. What stuck out for you?
I think after a while, it was like, this is so fuzzy. When she couldn't be on the phone at certain points. When we was out for I think it was my 22nd birthday. Mm-hmm. We went out to Outback. She was nasty. It was really bad that day. It was really horrible that day. Went out to Outback, and when the girl called, we were sitting next to each other in the booth. She really got up and sat on the other side of the booth because the girl FaceTimed her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think in that moment when I kind of was like, but I kind of brushed it off.
Was it like did you brush it so it was an orange flag for you? It wasn't red. When it should have been red, it was orange.
But I kind of brushed it off, but I didn't really shake it off fully because I was like, interesting. And then after all that mess went down, I started piecing it together.
Got you.
Like, heard you. So.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you pieced it all together, but how long did it, so was there any other red flags, or was that the only one until it got to the point where the health scare came up and she tried to accuse you of some craziness?
Not that I can remember.
Got you.
But I guess it was also like we could never really go nowhere to really like fully be with each other. How she will always be so upset with the girl when it's like, if y'all not really that, then it shouldn't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be getting to you. Like, and this and that and this. And then at the end, when all of that happened, she basically was saying like, she was trying to say that the girl was saying something about me. Don't even know me from can of paint, mind you.
Oh, wow.
And she said, basically like, yeah, I'm going to just listen to her. Something else she said, and then that was it. I'm like, bro, what? If that's the case, then why did you bother me? Like, nah, she just wanted somebody to take her mind off of her fucked up reality that she was living with. Literally.
Got you. Now, what did you learn from that experience?
None against nobody who, is in the LGBT community, because I got friends like that and I don't judge nobody.
Yeah.
But I just learned that that's just not my lane.
Got you.
I feel like that was God's way of like,
that's not your lane.
That's not you.
I mean, we try stuff and test stuff out, especially like you were young. Yeah, because I know I definitely have my own experiences I've tried and I wouldn't go back to. So no, I get it.
And didn't go back. No. But I really prefer men. Like, I really love men.
Got you.
Especially my black men. Woo! But yeah, after that, I really never dealt with the girl after that.
Got you. Now, what about as far as like lessons you probably learned that you could take just in any relationship?
Get to know a person first. Like, take them out in public. Don't be so quick to invite them over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you can really sense that they aren't gonna be a bother in your space. I think the biggest thing is don't rush into nothing. Don't rush somebody into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, because all of that is an attachment. All that adds up. So I think the biggest for me was to really get to know somebody. Take it slow. Don't rush. And, just also put you first and set them boundaries. Set them boundaries, girl. Like, because I had a mean, vicious cycle of failing at that for years. Gotcha. I mean, since college.
You're still pretty young, though.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm proud. I wish I had caught on to that at 25.
I'm working on it.
I was very, very confused up until, I'm still kind of confused. So, So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
I know you're familiar with these cards because when we first met, you answered dating questions for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have you answer a few more. I need to shuffle these better. Actually, I'm bad at shuffling, so I'm not gonna try this now. Okay. What is your favorite non-sexual act of intimacy?
Oh, when we talk about like our goals and bounce off ideas.
That's a good one.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because let me know, Daddy, what you thinking about? How we gonna make some money together? You know what I'm saying? What goals you got? Or like, oh, what you working on? Oh, okay. Like, I'm that kind of person. Like, I got somebody now, not like that. Got somebody now I got my eye on, but like, he sent me his bio and stuff, and I was like, okay. And I did read through his bio, but also, he got published in like a mini blog.
Okay.
And I read through it and stuff like that. It was the same bio I saw, but like I still liked how they plugged in his, pictures and his music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm open like that, and to send me anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to help build you and you help build me, because he always encouraged me, because they are pouring into each other at the end of the day.
I love that. That's the first one. I've asked this question to a lot of people, and that's the first one that I've heard like that. I like that. Yes, girl. Okay. What is your most toxic trait?
I got an attitude.
You got an attitude.
I got an attitude.
Girl, how's you working on this attitude?
Ooh, child, am I working on it? But no, I think it's more so, it just comes from like past hurts and traumas.
Yeah.
So I be finding myself not really deflecting, but like more so just saying things to defend myself. Yeah. I'm like,
so very
putting
reactive.
out hard front. Yeah, very reactive. Cause I'm like, bro, because I got to make sure, like,
yeah.
Because I'm hard body for real. Like,
yeah.
I'm an extroverted Libra, so you have to be able to also understand my misunderstood senses. Like I'm saying, like you have to also understand, like I'm also from the north, so we talk aggressive. It's not nothing personal. It's just when we just talk like this, like all up there. So it's like it's. I just require a lot of like understanding, unconditional patience, and care. I mean well.
Right. You definitely do. I mean from my experience with you.
I really do.
So that was literally my next question. Growing up, though, what was the most misunderstood thing about you?
Me. I was the weird kid. I was just, because I was so bubbling and out there, and so, like, they was like, but I mean, people still gravitated towards me. But it was just me as a whole. Like, I was very bubbly, very naive at the time, too. And I guess to other people, I was also like, I guess a little ditzy, but I was very intelligent.
Yeah.
But I just had this characteristic where I was just always giddy. And sometimes I was a little weird. So, I mean, it was just me. Like,
how was that misunderstood in relationships? Like, I know for me, like, a man would take it as, well, you're too out there. You probably would easily be taken by somebody else. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
I never got that. I've gotten like, because I talk to everybody, because I'm an entertainer and stuff, I've gotten insecure. Like, oh, why you laughing so much with him? Like, and why?
Stuff like that.
Why are you not? You can join the conversation.
Right.
We're all adults. You can join the conversation.
Right.
But in the time when I'm dealing with somebody that's like that, it rubs off on me, so I don't be wanting to snap back the way I be wanting to, because I'm like, because people like that, the narcissistic,
it'll make you question, like, am I wrong?
Like, right.
Yeah, right. Like, am I wrong for being
and
me?
Then when it's like becomes to like mental and emotional abuse, it's like, okay, what? Like, hello? Like, because it dims down like
your light.
There you go.
Right,
your light
absolutely.
And how you really are, because I'm snappy by nature, but not in the mean way. It's just like I'm just quick and sharp at the tongue.
And you don't want to cause any friction and all of that. So I get it. I get it. I've been there. Okay.
Yep.
So today's dating scene is blank than blank.
It's blank than blank.
Yeah. So today's dating scene is trashier than ever. I don't know.
Today's dating scene is blah than meh.
That's
what I feel like. It's no, it really, like you said, it's really trash. Because it's like now this generation and then the younger generation after me it's like people are dating for something. Like you gotta have something for me to really rock with you. I'm just like, you're weird. Like that's weird to me. That's not even dating. Like folks is building relationships now around like possessions and materials, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, you like, really don't try to get to know the person anymore or any of that.
And then the moment a girl or a guy see another girl, like, hey, right in front of that person's face, I'm like, bro, what a
yeah, it's bad.
No, it really is bad. Like the dating scene now is just horrible, because it's like, because of also media, social media, it's the pandemic too, low key, propaganda and all that stuff, it has thwarted everybody's thinking with everything. You have to think about it. All that time when we all were at home, people's thinking got completely messed up. Because people are sitting in the house, in their thoughts, looking at TV, looking at their phone, looking at social media, looking at celebrities and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And their anxieties, and their depression, and you know what I'm saying, all of that.
It's crazy though. You would think people would try to face their shit because they're stuck, which is crazy to me. Because I know that's what I ended up doing. That's kind of how I created everything I got going on. I ended up having to really look at myself.
It'd be like that,
because there was nothing else to fucking do.
Right. Especially if you were a non-essential job, you got to find something else to do for the time being until you can get back in the job when they open back up. That was my situation. Since you know what. I'm gonna go ahead and start this radio show. I'm gonna start this clothing line. We just gonna keep going. Like I didn't let it stop me. I was gonna be all right, and I was.
Sure was.
Because after that, I moved here.
My last question for you, and I love this question because some people tell me the truth and some don't, child. Oh, what is the craziest thing you have ever done for the sake of love?
Woo! Take somebody back, Jesus.
That's the craziest thing you've done. I wish I could say that.
I think.
You think?
I don't know. Like,
so without getting,
maybe cuss a nigga out.
Cussing. I wish I could say that's the craziest
I didn't want.
thing.
If I take it to the crazy level, I'm going to be in jail. So like, no. But yeah, I think for me it would just be taking people back. Well, only two people back.
So you don't believe people can change? Where do you stand on that?
I think they could if they want to. Because I can't really change you.
Absolutely.
If you want to change, you're going to, but your actions got to speak louder than your words.
So with the two people you took back, did they show you anything, or did they breadcrumb you a little bit?
They got worse.
So they got worse once you took them back. Do you think they got worse once you took them back because then they figured, well, she ain't going nowhere? Why do you think they got worse?
Probably that might have been that. Because sometimes men think that because. Well, she took me back anyway, so either I can try it again or she ain't gonna go nowhere, so it doesn't matter. And I think that was probably the mindset that both of them probably was in. But also the other one was more so of a leech.
I know how that could be.
So that had a different situation.
Okay.
Because they felt like because I gave them a roof and helped them out and stuff like that, like they thought that they would have that forever with me, whatever. No. The moment you mess up with me, you do something to me in any form or fashion that will be forgivable, but cannot be something that I can cross, that I can erase.
Yeah.
You gotta go. Like, you have to go. Because now I'm a dumbass for keeping you around. Like, no, let's keep it real. And the thing is, like, being transparent, I was in an abusive situation.
Okay.
And the first time it happened, that was, I don't know what's past red, infrared sign, X-ray red, I don't know. But that first time should have been a sign. But it made me also realize why some women who are in those situations don't leave. Can't get out.
Yeah.
And I lost an aunt from that. And it's like, you never know. Sometimes it happens to you. Why? Because people be like, "Oh, why won't she get out? Oh, she's stupid." No. It's such a weird ass fear.
It is.
That you have when you're with somebody that's like that, because now you don't know if they're going to stalk you, they're going to find you, they're going to...
Because that's how they threaten you. They stalk you, find you, they'll threaten to kill you, take your life. Like, I've been in a situation
now,
like that myself.
Your friends up. They
do all of that.
The craziest thing, and to help save that from happening, you think that, okay...
Let me just sit right here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you're frozen. So, for anyone that's going through that, you can get out. But find your way out.
Right.
Because it's only going to keep getting worse.
And then even if they do like contact friends and stuff like that, sometimes I know my issue, like it's you constantly putting people before you. Even that person who's abusing you, even the friends and family, like you don't want them in your business, but you already done got yourself in this situation.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened with my aunt. No one knew. No one really knew that.
Yeah, putting everybody before yourself, and it's just because I know that I had to have a come to Jesus moment for myself with that.
No, you really do, and it really makes you come to Him for real. Because after that happened, I remember that I was in the shower just crying like, God, like this hurts, like what, and it's not that He's not empathetic, of course, but it's like. Sometimes your own strength gotta be tested. Sometimes God do show you, but in our human element, especially as women, we still find ourselves getting caught up, and that don't mean he's letting it happen. You just gotta learn. You gotta take that take your hand where that fire is, and when you put your hand in it, you gotta feel that burn.
Right.
But you know what? You're gonna be wiser and stronger out of it. Cause now after that, I gotta vet every last one of y'all, because I'm telling you something. When I tell you, I kid you not, I had my whole knife on my hip.
So how did you move on from your situation? I was really young, and my folks moving up here is what got me out. But I don't know where I would be if I would have stayed in Florida. For you, what kind of motivated you to like move out of that situation?
Well, one shout out to the person's sister, because she's the one who helped get him out. Of my place.
Okay, got you. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we thank God for her.
Okay, no, for real. And then two is just like, because I have no family here, I don't have no children, no dude, none of that.
Yeah.
It was really me and God having to re-piece myself back together, and it took 6 months. It took 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6
More
months?
so 6 months.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really took a minute, because it was just like, bro, like, because I also thought about like, damn, is this what my aunt went through before it happened to her? Like, and she didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, like what? And I do also feel like in a weird way, I feel like she was also there helping. But it also, like, even after that, it's like, it felt like some type of dark spirit was trying to linger, but now I don't feel it no more.
That's good.
Like I remember telling my dad one night, like I was trying to go to sleep, and it felt like something was on my back, like I felt like a prickly feeling, an intense feeling.
Probably because you thought he was gonna come back, or maybe you was feeling his energy.
Yes, it still felt like he was there, even though I knew he was not. Like there's no piece of him there, nothing, because I got all his stuff.
Yeah, but
it just felt like it was still something of him there.
Yeah,
but I haven't felt that since, and that's been a year ago. To God be the glory, because I'm a warrior. I'm a strong person, individual. And I thank God for my resilient spirit, because I honestly don't know where I would be with my resilient spirit.
Got you. So let me ask you this now: as far as like what you, like you said, there's somebody you got your eye on, whatever. What do you look for in a guy? Now, it definitely sounds like you look for somebody who is somewhat creative and can come and bounce off ideas off of you, and you bounce them, and vice versa. What else do you look for now if a guy approaches you, or whatever the case may be?
First and foremost, like, because I was raised in the church, you gotta love God, man. Like you gotta have a real relationship with Christ, like accepting me, like, because that's the center of everything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That connects everything in your life. If that's not right, then that's where the unequally yoked thing comes into place.
Got you.
Because you want to make sure you're with somebody that can cultivate you spiritually, because everything else is going to make sense.
Absolutely.
Because if we can pray together, read the word together, watch church, go to church, that's going to help everything else go smoothly. You're going to have your rocky moments, we're human. Yeah. But that's just top tier, because that's how I was raised. That's why my parents are still together, and they're going on almost in their 60s, and they're still together because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's what I was surrounded with. So that's what I'm used to, and I'm not going to compromise from that, because I even cut off a dude because of that. Like I'm not playing, because
got you.
I gotta be able to talk to you about this, because
got you.
If I'm going through it, I want to be able to get a scripture to my phone one day, because that might make my day. You know what I'm saying? So that way, just at least we can understand on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now let me ask you this: in the past, with the dudes that you were dealing with, were they into the word? Were they into the Bible like that? Or do you think you steered away a little bit from that, as far as just how you feel about it?
It's a mixture. I think it was more so steered away than anything, and then the ones that did it. And it wasn't like a to
the depth you would want, like what you just described.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't, because you know what I'm saying, I'm not perfect, and I'm still working on my relationship with God, but that's what that comes into. Because we're not perfect, it's good to have a partner in that particular union that understands that, and we can build each other in that together. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a real sacred union.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's more of a steered away situation.
Got you.
And then you just got to have understanding. You got to have patience, communication. Now, I'm not perfect, and we're all still growing and learning. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're married to somebody, y'all still are growing and learning, no matter how many years you've been together.
Got you.
Because you're human. So that's the biggest thing in the course of creativity. You got to respect your family, your parents, you know what I'm saying? If they are, of course, alive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
how you take care of you, my good sir. Because if you know that you're a king, I need to make sure you know that inside and out. Because I don't do no dirty nails.
Yo.
The first thing I look at, no funnies, is your nails.
Are you serious?
I got OCD.
I don't look at that like that.
Oh no, I
don't. Like now you got
like,
me checking my nails. Like
no.
Okay, go ahead.
I be looking like I be looking at guys' nails because for real, because like men do a lot with their hands and stuff, so I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But
or you mean like when they should be like in an arena where they like
be manicured in some form of fashion,
manicure, well at least clean, right? Like
yeah, like cut down, clean, something like. Because if you got nails, you ain't putting that finger in me.
Now let me ask you that. That's a fact.
No, you're not.
But let me ask you this though, like. Okay, what if they like clean cut? They look good, but then you look down at their hands and their hands look like shit. Then what you gonna do? Is that potent saying no?
Yeah, you're just a friend,
girl. Even if they look clean everywhere else, you could.
Why is your hands still dirty? How is everything else clean, but your goddamn hands is dirty?
I don't know.
Go
girl.
wash your hands and cut your nails down, or you want to go get a manicure together? What you want to do?
You know, or maybe girl, I don't know. I can't describe like how that could happen, but
I can't.
You can't do it.
No, I can't do it. I gotta look at you.
Girl, I don't know what you've been through, child.
A lot, like. But no, it's also because I'm a kept woman, so I need my partner to be a kept man because that also shows me how much you respect yourself.
That's true. Now that is
very true. If you take care of yourself, then I can trust you can probably take care of me.
Now that lesson, like you had to learn, because I know that's something that I have had to learn. Like as far as making sure the man is kept. Because sometimes I'm just looking at, okay, he looks good, like feature wise, and that sometimes just would be good enough for me.
That's deceiving.
But that's deceiving. It sure is.
Looks can be deceiving because that man can be all types of pretty.
That's a fact.
But he can be fucked up inside.
I've learned that.
Cool.
I've learned that.
Especially light skinned niggas.
Ooh, that's another
why
episode
I like my brown and chocolate.
That's another episode for another day because I could tell some stories about that topic, all by itself.
Something wrong with them.
Yeah,
something's wrong with that category of men. I'm
don't do that.
It is. I'm just saying.
My son high yellow, man.
Oh, poor baby. Well, I hope he
we gonna raise him right though. We gonna raise him right.
Good.
See, we gonna raise him. He gonna be the exception, okay?
Okay, cool. He better not be a Drake because no, we don't need that.
No, he not. No. I don't think he lean more towards like a J. Cole.
Okay.
He definitely. I'm gonna show you a picture after the podcast.
He's fine. Don't do that.
Yeah,
he's fine. He's all right.
Yes, he leans more towards the J. Cole.
Okay, he gets a pass.
Yeah,
I like J. Cole.
Yes,
I like him.
I love J. Cole.
Man, what?
Yes,
that right there. That's probably the only light skinned man I'll probably give a chance who wasn't married. I'm just saying.
That's a fact. Now, real and explicit.
Yeah.
Where can the audience find you?
You can find me on all platforms, y'all, even Google. You know what I'm saying? If you have a hard time finding me, just Google real space and space explicit. Now, my name is all one, but Google has me at space because it's probably because the platforms I was on, they probably spaced it. I don't know. But it does come up. So you can find me on all platforms at real and explicit, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like I said, Google. I don't use TikTok, but I guess TikTok. I don't want TikTok, y'all. But
yeah, that's not my thing either.
I can't keep up. Yeah, you think that Mika's my age? No, baby. I'm like 45 in my head. I can't do that. That's too much. But you can find me on all platforms. I am on my promo tour for my single Scallywag. Scallywag is on all platforms too. And when you go on any of my social media pages, my link tree is in there. So it has the link to Scallywag, but also a link to all my entire music catalog. And so I moved to new distribution. So when you go and see it's real and explicit, you're going to think, oh, she only got one song. I don't.
Yo, she has two. I know on specifically on Spotify, there's two real and explicits where you got. I think you put R.A.E. real and explicit.
Yeah,
and you'll see all of the other music.
I messed up my name. Yeah, they're so good.
Got you. Okay, yes, because that's the one I went on first, and then I found the other one. So
that's why I put the two links in my link tree so that people can know. Oh, baby got a catalog. But Scallywag is the single that I'm pushing the most right now.
Yeah, so y'all gotta check that out. All the links will be in the show notes. I want to thank you for your time and your energy.
Thank you guys. When I first met you, I said I like them. I was a little tipsy too.
Yes, you was. And until next time,
eating the rice.
Oh, that rice was fire.
Ooh, if y'all missed the Boss Baby Awards, Y'all missed it. It was a great weekend.
Fact.
Great weekend.
I'm still trying to get Anthony to come on the show, the one who served us that rice.
They didn't need to come on. Then.
Yeah, he said he gonna be busy. I tried to. We had to reschedule, but he said he got to go to New York and a few other places. But I'm gonna get him here, and I'm gonna see if he can bring
change these bowls out with some rice.
Ooh, yes. And until next time, y'all.
Bye, y'all.